I'm
I'll
kind
check
of
out.
curious. is, so a lot of times it'll
The voices in my head keep on telling me to pray, cause I'm spinning like a carousel, circling the train. Hit the bottom of the bottle, I don't wanna feel the pain, but that is all I got for now. I don't wanna talk about the voices in my head keep on begging me to stay. If I pull the trigger now, then the demons go away. And I know my time is coming, so there ain't no time to waste. So that is all I got for now. I don't wanna talk about the voices in my head keep telling me to choose a side. It's heaven or hell, like it's do or die. I'm a sad boy, you know better, please don't.
Silent nights recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be. Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing. I pretend that we are okay. broken, and I pretend that we are dancing like the nights are never ending. We will live a life, we will live a life, live a life, we will live a life in the fast lane. We will live a life, we will live a life, live a life, we will live a life in the fast lane. Silent nights recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be. Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing. I pretend that we are okay, like nothing's ever broken. And I pretend that we are dancing like the nights are never ending. I pretend that we are okay, like nothing's ever broken. And I pretend that we are dancing like the nights are never ending. We will live a life, we will live a life, live a life, we will live a life in the fast lane. We will live a life, we will live a life, live a life, we will live a life in the fast lane.
Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Firm and have two dimples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Damn. Scullin's nipples. Hot damn. Scullin's nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Firm and have two dimples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Damn. Scullin's nipples. Hot damn. Scullin's nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Firm and have two dimples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Damn. Scullin's nipples. Hot damn. Scullin's nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Dip, dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples. They are firm and have two dimples. Dip, 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 dip. Matthew Scullin has nice nipples.
Oh, you were trying to get an internship at CD Projekt Red? Sorry, it didn't go through.
Friends, over the past few weeks, Cyrax has been basically off the grid when it comes to YouTube. He's been over on that platform Kick, streaming most nights to like 4 to 5 viewers. Nobody wants to see that because all he's doing is the same old singing
I just masturbated to hairy pussy porn.
Congratulations.
and playing his guitar very terribly. It's the streams that everyone skips over when they see the little guy making them. Now, he hasn't been entirely gone.
Did you?
As Cyrax
Did you which 360 though? Because there were a few gears for each like generation almost, minus the E.
Cyrax video game has had a series, and I'm telling you, we're up to like the 16th call now. Like it's pretty crazy that Cyrax video game has gotten this far with it, but he's been calling Cyrax, and Cyrax's rage on these phone calls has been it's been brilliant. It's been pretty funny to see just how worked
We'll see what happens. I may have to stop it. That's all right.
up Cyrax gets over one guy calling him and bringing up some truthful things with the Goblin. Now, those videos are like amazing, and I'm gonna link Cyrax Video Games channel down below. But what we're here to cover today is Cyrax's return
How many games? That sounds. And which kind of Switch? They're like the vanilla one or?
to YouTube. Because we got some troubling news that I'll get to in just a minute, but before we get there, Marty was streaming the other night, and Marty was doing what he usually does. He was trying to goad the Goblin into getting on the stream to dance for everybody. But he really hasn't been on panel in a few weeks. He's only been heard through these phone calls, which are genuinely, they're pretty funny, but I think people want the visual aspect of Cyrax, like really jumping up and down and going off. And so on Marty's panel the other night, Marty made it known that if Cyrax doesn't show up and dance and appear on panel, then things are going to get bad for Cyrax's best friend, Security Jake, one of the few people who hasn't walked away from Cyrax after finding out about the pedo stuff. Now, what do you think happened here? Did Cyrax nobly show up and dance to save his best friend's ass? Get it over with so these people don't get hurt?
Wait, what is this? Oh no. This is muted itself. It's not me muting it. Oh, this is like some.
You alright? Yeah, he's alright. Okay, is he on YouTube right now? You what? Is he on YouTube right now? I don't know if he is or not. Okay. Can we talk to him? Yeah. Thank you.
Oh man, this is a family. This is a family that enjoys their broken glass.
22.
Yeah, body of cancer.
Right. How things been?
Huh?
How things been?
Good.
Good, good.
And you?
Oh, they know him too well.
New Year.
5/1/2023. This was, wait, how is it May 1st, 2023? 1/5. Okay. I'm sorry. Jesus. I was reading it like it was European.
Yep.
It was in the future.
That's the way to do it. Especially, like it's supposed to snow tonight, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what we were
The
told.
incident of May 1st,
You know, but
Philip
how often
Brunel,
were they
he
right?
had a burst.
They go to school, spend all that money, and
Be
they're
right
still.
like half the time.
Yeah, yeah. I want that job.
Right? That'd be great. That'd be great. Oh man. Everything did good.
This is something private.
Here in the last month, at least 4 or 5 times. At least, maybe even a little bit more.
Well, admittedly, the dog probably wants to go sniff the shit out of the officers. That's probably why he's holding them like that. He's not, like, strong-arming the dog.
What's going
Doing
on?
all right.
Not
Hey,
much, man.
Are you on YouTube
Oh,
right
no.
now?
No.
Are you live?
No, why? What's up?
Bro, I think someone's messing with you.
They are, dude. They have.
Rich, what's up? How much to shave your anus hair? $17,472. Yo, that shirt makes him almost looks like he has shoulders.
Because someone's on YouTube right now live streaming.
Yeah, what they're doing is they've been doing this for about 6 years now.
Happy
Nobody-
420 Dead. Hope you're lit up, but I am about to be. I'm
I
gonna be.
have, and they've not done anything because of these people. I actually, do you know what Twitch is?
Mm-hmm.
Last year I was monetized on there, doing
Okay.
really good,
Sure.
and because they do not like me, they ended up getting me banned for bullshit reasons.
I got you.
Like, these people have been doing this for 6 years. Hell, at one point, do you guys know about somebody shooting into my window last year?
I don't personally know.
There,
but
last year,
It
I
was,
was
it
doing-
was, well, yeah, last year.
yeah, I was doing
22.
Yo, someone shot at his window. Yo, there's crazy. That's not the one I'm looking for, though, man. Not Smokey, not Dank Tank. I'll find him. It's like Strange and Incredible Things is the guy's channel or something. Where is Chris Chan? Ooh. Yes, please.
Before Christian Weston Chandler was locked up in jail for what he did to his own mother,
Before Christian Weston Chandler, why is everything speaking like this? Why don't you... What? All right there, male Melanie Mack. He's deep-throating the mic. I'm not being mean. I'm giving constructive criticism. God damn it. I don't do advertising on my channel unless it's like a actual sponsorship. I've been soured from that many years ago.
he was at the most mentally unwell point in his life, and with his history, that is saying something. In the years leading up to his arrest, his perception of reality had completely crumbled. Due to the
Oh, those were the glory days of you and Chris Chan themselves was uploading to the platform. Those are the glory days, man.
machinations of two very malicious trolls, Chris began to believe in a concept known as the
Yeah, so Jason, my apologies. It's just not something I do, bro.
dimensional merge. These trolls had truly convinced Chris of the dimensional merge.
I'll give this guy a chance. I want to see if he makes like what's going on with Chris Chan digestible. Obviously, I won't just take a video at face value. You know,
an event where all cartoons would merge into our reality and become one. Thus, his famous Sonichu characters would truly be alive, along with the rest of his favorite cartoon characters. I'm sure as many of you already know, Christian believed this truly in the bottom of his heart, and he used it to excuse atrocities that he would commit in the months leading up to his arrest, and you can truly see how unhinged he was. Before I get into what I think has currently happened to Chris Chan, because it's been all but confirmed that he has been released from jail, before we get into
they're like a halfway house, though, from what I've heard. They're not going to put Chris Chan back out on the street. There's no way.
that, I want to take you guys back in time to right before Chris was arrested so that we can get a good feel.
Look, she was putting out a bunch of numbers and shit. Can't talk about that on stream, but that's funny as fuck. Hold on. I think I have to fart too, and I'm trying to hold back the fart. Should I hold it back? Ah, it wasn't worth for you to hear, though. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What did you spend money on, Gabe? Thank you for being a member for almost 2 years. Dude, she's just a super right-wing religious zealot. And she, you know, the reason why I lose respect for people for, because she was, you know, she was trying, once she realized that she wasn't really talented, oops. She tried YouTube, it didn't pan out because she sounds like a seal getting shit on. The thing with now allegedly, from what she said, it was supposedly one of her takes that got her fired from GameStop. I don't see any of those broads that would do, they had like that circle of, oh, do you like video games? I love video games too. How about you? Oh, we all love video games at GameStop. Right.
Who do you think is more documented, Chris Chan or DSP? Also, which one is more likely to shove a bird up their ass for sexual arousal?
Well, no. Chris Chan, well more like there's Bibles of shit for Chris Chan. Who would shove a bird up their ass? Chris Chan. If you trolled Chris Chan to thinking that they would get laid, this bird would be a mile up Chris Chan's ass.
Oh yeah, it turns me on.
Yeah, he shoved a medallion up their ass.
Of where he was at.
Melanie can fart down your throat. That's wonderful, Terrence.
At mentally.
Hello, everybody. This is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again. I'll give you a captain's log, stardate.
You got COVID again? Damn. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people got it multiple times. My voice. That's how you can tell the extra marijuana is kicking in. Really? Yeah, till 2 a.m. My kids are off tomorrow, that's why. And Grammy and P-Buck could take care of them for a little bit.
7/8/2021.
Got a banger of a video. It's actually Review Tech Canada. Luke Games, PS3. Stay tuned.
There you go. Just an old time callback. But anyway, I am recording this today of one particular.
And then 2DS, new in box. I mentioned that earlier in the stream when there was less people here.
Very important, insightful interest. Everfree Northwest, over in the state of Washington, over in
Damn, you had it 3 times? Holy shit.
Bellevue. Yes, I am going to be there.
PS3 fat.
I'm going to be there.
Backwards compatible.
And I'm looking forward to meeting you all there, but though I am partially set up, I'm going to need like a few more dollars to make sure I'm still covered for everything else I'm going to need over the lovely weekend. Lovely weekend. Hello?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's so weird when you, like, your audience doesn't... Your audience doesn't owe you anything, dude.
People...
Or, ma'am, I will never, ever... I am not transphobic, but Chris Chan is Chris Chan to me. I'm sorry. I'm distracted by not just my phone. I'm sorry.
Hasbro in Rhode Island. This is...
What is Wes saying? How much to stream for 6 months straight, which with no sleep? You might be dead, but how much for it?
Is Christine Weston Chandler Science You?
It's always press always distract me.
Your goddess Blue Heart in Ruckersville, Virginia. Now, listen here and listen good. I have told y'all, and I've kept it going time and time again, but y'all keep putting it on. But Milo Pint, Generation...
Yeah, I'll admit I shouldn't be on the phone as much as I am. However, I still listen and I'm interacting with the audience. I've seen some people that they go on their phone, and it's like, I'm like, what do you have? You're on a you're entertaining people. You can't, like, I get, like, look, life can't stop. But, like, engage with your audience, man. And then there's the people who are literally watching, like, Jersey Shore, and they're just sitting there like this. Just waiting for the bits and the super chats or whatever platform they're on to roll in. I used to think you made a big deal about Melanie. I saw her content firsthand. She that does belittle transgender. She, oh yeah, dude, she's all right wing. She's a female. She may be arguably worse than the Quartering. I never thought I would say that. Yeah, I have no idea, Miss Sparkles, why I'm being so rude. 2 a.m. stream. How did that happen? Because we hit a goal. We hit 250 by, what was it, 9:15? I said it was about an hour into the stream. I've been doing those goals and we've been crushing them. So, and I always, and it's the truth. It's not ass kissing. This is what supports, well, no, I'm not saying it. This is what supports the higher production value videos. That's why we don't have to put up news as much unless it's something interesting, like Nintendo making a guy pay money for the rest of his life. And just do higher production value stuff. So I really appreciate what you guys do. Obviously, I can't do 2 a.m. Like, if my kids at school tomorrow, no fucking way. I would have been like, nah, the guys, I'm doing a 3-hour stream. I'm good. Support Rich's horny girlfriend. Jesus. Maybe that's the one thing I'll do with these, because May is going to be the month I make up all the goals. I have the list of them written down. I want to play through Breath of the Wild. Like, how many, I got to stop playing Elden Ring like 8 billion times. Like, even when I get the new like, I'm finally, oh, it's another thing I got to record tomorrow before I go down to see my daughter again, the Jacques Chow video. So they get off my ass. They're not gonna like what I have to say about that thing either, though. Loose USB ports, USB-C ports on multiple models, ladies and gentlemen. Retail and prototype. Never mind. I'm gonna go into my rant again. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna fucking stop. I'm gonna get pissed off. Can you do a cover of the hit song Peaches? Send me a link, John. I haven't. So you want Bubbles too, I'm sorry.
Bubbles, 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 bubbles.
Breasts.
5 is canceled.
Part of me wants to get PSVR 2. I don't know. I'll think about it. I mean, look, he was doing heavy duty piracy, but what was in the end, how much damage did it cause Nintendo? Only 300,000? I could be wrong about the number. It could be millions. I heard PSVR 2 is amazing. It's not selling well, but it's amazing. It's like the best VR headset out there. I watched Digital Foundry. They had great things to say about the PSVR 2. Yeah. I mean, look, I know they used him as an example, like I said in the video, but is Nintendo overzealous in general? Absolutely. What's the matter, Solid Crusader? Okay, John. But don't try to make... Look, I'm all for if you want to backup games, or if it's for an older system and you want to just get the ROMs and try them out. But if you're looking to distribute stuff and making money, that's where But dude, you got to realize how much is like Valve's headset going for.
4, Friendship is Magic needs its 5 more seasons. It needs to go on to season 14. Now, this is the last straw, because for the good and safety of this timeline, you need to get that shit.
Chris Chan's punching that wall 100%. Look at that wall. I knew he was going to steal the show, Jack Black.
Pulled off of shelves in Amazon stores or wherever else all the dang far away and cancel the freaking G5 series. Make sure it never gets published anywhere and never, ever talk about it again, and make the official cancellation notice public. Tell everybody I am telling you this truth, warning you. If you continue on and you do not listen to me, Hasbro, and do not resume G5, I mean, you do not resume G4, you have to cancel G5. If you don't cancel G5...
Chris Chan's voice is painful, but it's still better than Melanie Max.
You're gonna put this entire timeline in chaos, so I'm giving you this warning to tell you the truth and straight up. Cancel Generation 5 now, Hasbro!
I'm kind of kidding, Dark Baptism.
Now!
I've unfortunately watched Chris Chan hump a blow-up doll to completion, moaning a woman's name that he wanted to date. This is before he transitioned. Because nothing says romance like fucking a blow-up doll and moaning a woman's name. That is not creepy at all. Oh, that's how you get all the ladies, man. I just fill my fat ass humping a blow-up doll, and they're just flocking to me in droves.
I am not.
Jack Black Bowser singing a love song, comedic gold. I can't watch that on stream. Hell, people now want Peaches to get Best Original Song in next year's Oscars. Maybe it will. Think about it. Bowser could have done a murder and served 20 years and get out. He copied some games and got life. That's what people are missing. Like, yeah, well, he cost them so much money. It's like, so he should be in a metaphorical ball and chain for the rest of his life? Rich, why do I torture myself? Like what? Looking at titties or talking about titties? Because
not a psychologist by any stretch of the word, but him muttering under his breath and him changing his facial expression rapidly.
You know what I really would love to do? I don't have the room for the setup. I do have the room for the PSVR now, though. That's why I'm thinking about it. Is Gran Turismo 7, I heard, in PSVR is banging.
As well as his tone of voice, that seems like a little more than the autism to me. When people start truly believing that something that is obviously fake is reality, that immediately makes me think of schizophrenia, and he thinks that Sonichu and Mewtwo, as well as Magi-Chan, can all speak.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick my brother. I'm like, hey man, go get an apartment. I need a room for VR.
Speak through him. Like I said, I'm not a psychologist, but I think there's a lot more going on here than what he's been diagnosed with. I don't think that he's properly medicated for the problems that he has mentally at this point. Even the video you're seeing on screen.
Diaper Donald Trump is now a fan of Ice Spice. What in the living fuck are you talking about? Dr. Donald Trump, I wear a diaper, shit in it, and Melania changes me. I don't know.
Right now is based nowhere in reality. See, Chris isn't talking on screen right now. Magi-Chan is. This is Magi-Chan's Sonichu addressing us. I feel like Chris used this to skate around reality, but when reality got all too real, Chris's main personality would come out, and that's what you saw when My Little Pony was canceled. I cannot imagine how terrified his mother was in that moment, knowing what he was doing to her. It's been long suspected.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. It's not selling well, understandably, because here's the thing. I know a lot of the VR heads are making the argument that, oh, for its price, it's affordable. I agree. What you're getting for the price is amazing technology. But to the average consumer, they're like, wait, you want me to spend more on this peripheral, essentially, than on the console itself? What?
That Barb is suffering from some sort of brain illness and she's not mentally all there. And then you have Chris, who has completely lost the plot. Reality is no longer existent to him, so he does not obey by its rules. And I'm sure all of you already know.
That's what I'm saying, man. Imagine, like, even with the control. Oh yeah, I gotta get it. Just for Gran Turismo 7 in VR, sitting there with a controller, you can look. Come on.
What he did to her, I'm not going to go in depth here, but when he was arrested, he still wasn't in touch with reality. He thought that his arrest was the merge happening. Even as he is taken away in handcuffs and put in the back of a police car, Chris still has no idea.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know how much a computer, if you want to get a proper VR headset and a VR setup, and the computer you'll need, I mean, it's more affordable now than it was, but it's still a substantial more amount. Holy grammar, Batman. It's substantially more expensive. Yeah, PS with VR1. The other nice thing about it, John Lindemann was saying, as another man that wears glasses who is handsome, it works good with glasses. Yeah, I would agree with you about $1,000. I haven't kept up on what the minimum specs are for running a VR on PC has been, but
just how much wrong he has done.
Breasts. Speaking of being in touch with reality, are you excited to celebrate the day that Philip Burnell was in touch with himself? A spam of la 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 por favor.
yes, of course I am. It's going to be one of the most important days ever.
My explosion of satisfaction.
Is the car there?
You are. You absolutely are. Yeah, you appear to be compliant. Yeah, you're live to about 3,000 people right now, Christian.
You know who that is? Ethan Ralph. Ethan Ralph ain't doing too good either. If I can, sure, that'd be fucking awesome. Wonder how that would look if I did VR.
Well, don't. You're taking everything in stride. You said you're doing good?
Yeah, I keep it good faith. Everything is going to work out.
Doing good, feeling good?
Yeah.
How's the last few days been? I know it's been pretty stressful.
It's stressful, but I'm taking it one moment at a time, and I got my loves.
Christine, is the merge coming? All right.
It's happening now. We're on the very
The
last
merge.
thread.
You could see there that Chris was completely calm. He had no issues with this. He's no strangers to interactions with the police, of course. This is like his third time being arrested. I don't know if you guys heard it, but he kind of muttered under his breath that he has his lovelies. And when he mentions his lovelies, he mentions his two husbands, Magi-chan and the Pokemon Mewtwo. Chris has been speaking to these fictional characters for years now, but his belief in them has never been stronger, especially...
This is nothing. If you look into, like, it gets to the point where, have a good night, Jeffrey. It gets to the point where it's too much. Like, first off, it makes no sense to begin with, but it's just, oof. Man, that was a powerful fart. It's like just pages and pages of nonsense. Who would you say is more strict with their properties, Nintendo or Disney? Both, or I may even say Nintendo. That's just coming off the top of my head.
When he went into jail. And I'm sure that there's
Quantum
at least
TV
a
for
couple
the
of
wiener,
you
thank
thinking,
you.
well, maybe jail did help Chris, maybe it reformed him, maybe he understood the wrong that he had done, and he's ready to re-enter society and become a productive member. I am very sorry to burst your bubble, guys. Chris spent most of his time in county jail, which is extremely rough, and on top of that, he spent the majority of his time in isolation. This is a man who speaks to fictional characters, and they truly thought that the best course of action for him was to put him in isolation where he had no one but the occasional guard and his Sonic shoes. His time in jail, and especially his time in isolation, did the exact opposite of
No, it made him crazier.
help him. He delved farther into the concept of the dimensional merge. He developed
Because they had nothing to do. Of course. He was out of his fucking mind. Chris Chan's already out of his mind. And then you put him in, so the lunacy amplified.
A god complex. He already thought that he was the goddess Blueheart of the CPUs. That means that he was a god of a certain brand of video games called the Commodore 64. But after a little time in jail, he began to refer to himself as Christine.
I already got it's. Yeah, I got Dead Island too. It kind of, to me, like, everyone's like, oh, it's so mindless. I'm like, that's fine. So long as the combat is at least decent, I'm good with that. Hopefully, if it's better than Dying Light 2, which is not saying much.
Weston Chandler, the Christ Emmanuel. He would take to reading holy texts like the Bible and the Quran, which were some of the only books he had access to, and he would incorporate it into his own lore. Some of you are surely asking, how do we know all of this? Chris was in jail the whole time. How did we have contact? He sent so many letters, guys, and I'm going to read a couple excerpts for you right here, right now, because they are all extremely incriminating, and they give a perfect window into his very fractured mind. Firstly and vitally, it should be made...
God, look at the... Jesus Christ, Chris Chan. Dying Light 1 is my favorite. The first Dead Island games, no. Just no.
Made obvious and clear that aside from Andy Warhol, my life events, present and so far, can be directly compared and matched with that which has been chronicled of none other than Jesus Christ of Nazareth himself in the Holy Bible. Also, feel free to take any unaltered original photograph of my body's face, neck, shoulder, and chest area where I was not wearing glasses. Then alter the photo to naturally show a growing...
Chris Chan losing their mind is what it is. It's kind of confusing and exhausting, but fascinating, because...
beard, mustache, and sideburns. Now place that image next to any Jesus on the cross, compare, and look deep into my eyes, and photograph. See for yourself, I meditate and connect directly and genuinely with the cosmos.
That picture is horrifying.
Both of our universe halves.
Yeah, Dying Light was badass.
And throughout the timelines and entire
That runs great on the Steam Deck if you're looking for a game for the Steam Deck. I think that's Steam Deck verified. Dying Light 2 is Steam Deck verified too. Maybe I'll have to give that a 40-second chance.
So despite of the lack of physical evidence, I know the ultimate truths, facts, and details not commonly known or written, drawn, or chronicled. That being stated, all of my life, my mind, eyes, and literally held...
How can Chris Chan have a girlfriend? There's no way, man. Chris Chan's brain just doesn't work. No. Ooh.
Constant perception of central camera number 00.
I don't know. I think if you're going to have voice acting, it better be fucking primo. Okay? It's not like the 6th generation anymore where, you know, you're not dumping it. Like, we know games are huge. If you're going to have voice acting, it has to be S tier. If it's not S tier, then I don't, like, shut the fuck up.
Out of all, I wanted to leave the choppiness of that in there a little bit because I wanted you guys to see how confusing this is for someone reading this for like even the 3rd time.
What was that major update it received, Luca?
He had been in jail not very long and he had already fell off the deep end completely. He developed his own 10 commandments, his own religious symbol.
So I mean, hey, there's some people that love Dying Light 2, I'm saying. Try them out on Steam Deck. I personally recommend Dying Light 1. It's Steam Deck verified. It's cheap. It's a good game.
symbol, and as you can see, he started to liken himself to Christ more and more. And he would use this new perception of divinity to excuse his actions. And in the letters, he would explain what he did with his mother as soul bonding, as if he was some kind of healer. Let me read you an excerpt. Second, I have known long of the mortgage being reverse, but it retained unconsciously, hence why I...
Yeah, no reverse mortgages. I gotta clean some seltzer off my iPad. I'll be right back. Can't believe I just did that. And the headphones fell too. Oh, god damn. I can't. Fucking sore as shit. Can't even put the headphones back on my head.
It healed and cleansed Barbara of her sins and regrets, and gifted her life extension by my soul bonding and healing powers. And why I told you all to send her money to pay off the mortgage before I say anything ever of relocating her. In later letters, he would go on to insult his mother, to try to get people to intimidate her, to get her kicked out of her house.
I bought 76.
It was all very awful.
I gotta still
tried
watch
to do
that,
what he
Scott.
could to still abuse her from within the walls of his jail. So Chris did not improve in prison. He got much, much worse. And I think most of that was due to him not being evaluated mentally by the proper people. And I'm sure a lot of it comes from the massive amount of time he spent in isolation, because a good bit of his time in jail was spent by himself. Just him and his thoughts. All of that leads us to today, where Chris has been all but confirmed to have been released from jail and is out there somewhere. A crazy thing to me, because it's been over a week now and we have no idea where he is. And there are people out there looking every day trying to get any scrap of evidence to his location and his status. Which is where we get into the topic of this video, what I think Chris Chan is up to currently. And I think what he's up to currently explains his lack of communication online. With Chris just being released and this not going to trial, see, he's not going to be put on a registry, he's not going to be convicted, there's not going to be any mention of this on his record except for what we know. What I think happened to him is I think that he has been released and he has been put in the custody of a group home. Not any group home, but a very strict group home that has rules. I would say that one of his special rules is that he has no internet contact, or he's been placed in a home that doesn't have any internet contact. His communication with all of his pay pigs was cut off a couple months.
And that's how it should be, because Chris Chan and the internet do not mix.
Before he left jail, so he has no money coming out to purchase a cell phone or a cell phone.
He's sitting in a relative's house staring at a wall. Does Chris Chan have any relatives left?
Plan. And most importantly, I think they may have gotten through to him that he needs to lay low himself for quite some time. Now you may be asking, why do I think all of this? I think all of this because I know none of his family would take him in considering what he's done. Any of the white knights that would have taken him in by now surely would have posted about it. And even if he was in a homeless shelter, we would surely find out. Kristen Weston Chandler is currently being assisted by the state, and they are helping him stay off of the radar because they know the special situation that he's in. And with all of his diagnoses and
I agree with all this.
All the money that he does get from
Cries in Medina, yeah. Chris Chan's dementia-ridden mother, I may add. That's a complex story. Yes, it's horrifying what he did, and he's horrifying for it. But that woman behind it too was a fucking psycho that manipulated Chris Chan into doing it.
From the state.
Again, I'm not defending him in any way, but it's a complex, weird, terrible story.
His tugboat.
Isabella Janke, yeah.
Surely someone will take him in, someone will keep him off the radar, and someone will collect a paycheck until he is found. And I would say as soon as he uses the internet or is found, he'll be kicked out of that group home and he'll be forced to move in with a white knight. Like we saw earlier, Chris is more mentally unstable than ever. The judge must have been made aware of everything and decided that he should be put in a home for the mentally.
Yes, Barb was. You're right. They had a weird, fucked up relationship, even when her marbles were all there.
Impaired, that is cut off from the internet. That is my theory, folks. Let me know your theory down in the comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Honestly, it could be any direction. This is just what I'm thinking based on the evidence we have today. By the time I post this, hell, there might be different evidence. We might know exactly what happened, who knows. But that's the fun of this whole thing. So let me know what you guys think is happening to Chris Chan down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. I love reading you guys' comments. You're my biggest help on YouTube. I'm not even joking. I would have made no improvement.
I want to find... El Crimson King. Oh my god. I'm gonna change it. This is Phil. This is a...
What's going on, everybody? Let's talk. I'm late today, obviously. Sadly, last night sucked. And this happens from time to time, is I'll get caught up with stuff.
Phil is always in distress. Always.
I'm getting caught up with stuff. And sadly, it got me kind of... how can I say? Basically, last night I had a ton of shit to do. I had to wash like 2 loads of laundry. And obviously then I had to put the...
It's amazing. It's things that are totally fucking normal, dude.
Clothes away. I wasn't just going to leave them lying around the house. And then I had other shit to do. I had all these errands to do. And I didn't have time to do any of them during the daytime, so I was trying to do them at night. And one way I thought...
Yeah, I love the Humpty Dumptiness of it.
Gee, this would tire me out, right? This would get me tired so that I could go to sleep. It actually had exactly the opposite effect. I was doing all these, you know, errands and everything, and it kept making my mind think about other things to do. And it basically got the adrenaline pumping in my body. So here it was, you know, very early morning hours when I should be tired and going to sleep, and I was putting clothes away and sorting
some eating pizza.
Clothes out to donate and doing all this stuff. And next thing I know, I'm like, oh my god, look how late it is, and I got all caught up with all this shit, you know. It happens. It's my, you know, obviously it is my fault. I let things get out of hand, and the thing is,
why does Leanna always look like?
You know, now I live alone, right? I don't live with anyone else. who can say, "Hey Phil, it's freaking super late in the morning. What are you doing all this shit now?" You know.
I love look at the ass crack. Do you see the ass crack?
No. And what it really is, it's kind of like what my life was like back in Connecticut before I ever live streamed. If you remember, I started live streaming in 2013. So really,
Legacy. Everybody's always talked about. Remind the idiots of
I
Legacy.
only did it for about a year or so.
What's up,
before I
Axiom
moved out here to
Infinity? How are
Washington. I
you?
was living
What's
with,
up, Kyle?
You know, my girlfriend.
Look at her tits. Why is the doctor shirtless and ripped?
So for me, it's kind of like I'm back to having my own schedule, but because I had my own schedule, I kind of just wasn't.
Oh, she banged him in the cartoon. There we go.
I need to be better at keeping track of time and doing things at times when, you know, when it makes sense. And it was cool that, oh wow, I got all these chores and everything done last night. I got all this good shit done, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Yeah, but then I didn't go to sleep. So here it is, like 5 in the morning.
Oh no.
I'm in bed. I'd already been laying there for like an hour. I couldn't fall asleep at all because I had all this adrenaline.
Breasts.
And it's still kind of coursing through my veins. And I'm like, God damn it, this sucks. So I tweeted at that point.
Rich, why do you always talk about Phil? I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea.
You know, listen, I'm still
Look at the lore that is around this man.
awake. It's obvious I'm not going to be awake in 5 hours and then ready to stream multiplayer in particular, you know. So I ended up, you know, sleeping in about an hour or so, a little bit more than usual. And I do apologize for that. I did say that the stream was starting at
Breastfeed
11, you know, between 11 and 11:30ish, and it did not start until much later. So apologies for that. Also, I apologize because the stream itself right now started late because Twitch is having all kinds of issues today.
Like he wrote that dude.
Breasts.
The PS dollar menu screen music makes me hard as a rock.
And so does it make Phil too. And he had that
My explosion of satisfaction. If you're not aware, there's lots of stuff going on Twitch today. But apparently there's a ton of tournaments going on. In particular, the MOBA tournaments. And everyone knows the MOBA tournaments are kind of what got Twitch its notoriety and blew it up as a video game streaming website. Therefore, that being said, you know, the website may have lots of issues.
That being
today.
said,
Already, I tried to start my stream 3 times, and I couldn't get it to start up. It was telling me that it was running, and it wasn't doing anything. It was just fucking sitting there, you know, showing that I was broadcasting, but it was the stream
I love how detailed that is. That really
wasn't going live. So I said, all right, I'll just keep trying. It took about 25 minutes for me to get it going, but finally I got it going, and now we're up and running, okay? So let's talk, everybody. Let's talk about
the fuck have you been doing? You've been talking.
what you can expect today, all right? By the way, I got a $2 anonymous tip with a troll message, which I'm obviously not going to address.
Pandora Games. That's tipped you. Girlfriend, I was your fiance, you piece of shit.
And I want to say thank you to Viking, who did a 100-bit cheer. He says, don't worry, Phil, the Rain King Oku will bless the stream and everything will be fine. I don't know what that's a reference to. And then Coral Guy just resubscribed for the 3rd month in a row, so Coral Guy should have earned his silver crown. Shout out to Coral Guy and thank you. So, what are we doing today on stream, folks? We are doing Tekken 7 multiplayer. That's right. We are doing online gameplay with Paul and King, because those are the only 2 characters I've actually really focused in and played with significantly yet. And that's all we're doing today. I'm going to be trying out, I'm going to have to do all player matches because sadly, ranked matches don't work.
Look at the unicorn on the pillow.
And I don't know, when they're going to work. But I certainly wish that it would work.
He had up with a cane smacking his spider off the computer.
I do like the ranked matches over everything, but I guess it is.
Yeah, dude, he treats his streams like you would think he was like a local deli or a business that had like a Twitter, because he puts up like, hey, come in here for our lunch special. Here's the menu for the week. Here's the stream schedule, which I always say, no one gives a fuck about your stream schedule but you, Phil. I have no schedule. I kind of sort of start around the same time and I go till whenever. Yeah, with the Bumblebee, or like, I finished a video game, great channel on YouTube said, it looks like the things they had at church, his schedule. Like if you printed it, it would look like it should have hymns on it. With him wearing a cowboy hat on a honeybee or a fucking bee's body. And then he wants to turn around and say he's not a children's entertainer and he blows fucking bubbles.
What it is, we gotta play what works, right? We gotta go with the flow. And right now, it's only player matches that are working. The tournaments are also working, but the tournaments kind of suck because you get stuck waiting for people. And,
Listen, tell me I have to pay for a car from 14 years ago and then suck your own cock and then tell me to suck my cock. And tell me to suck your cock. I can't believe he said that. Oh, professionalism. Listen.
in addition, there's really no control over getting into a tournament. If you get someone with a bad connection, they could end up winning the whole fucking thing because no one could do anything and they just spam, annoying attacks that you can't really defend or block against. So the tournaments do kind of suck. So I'm going to be trying to do all player
That's why I gotta do the scam bait calls.
matches today, and we'll see how it goes. Shout out to OOOO Anonymous, who did a 100-bit cheer, and he says, hope you're feeling better. Hold on.
Yeah, I used to stream only for like 2 hours, man. That part of the reason for that was, one, I wasn't really used to streaming, and secondly, people on my main channel fucking hated my streams. It's a different audience. 100% a different audience. They didn't even want to see the streams in their feed. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to probably hemorrhage subscribers the whole time I'm streaming, so I should stop. So I always just cut it off at 2 hours.
Hold on. Scrolled up. Oh, he says, hope you're feeling better. Here's to a good stream. Yeah, my allergies are also...
Yeah. Oh my God, I have my allergies. I have post-nasal drip. There's heartbreaking videos of people with cancer on YouTube, Phil. I complained when I had COVID and stuff like that, but you make it headaches, brain swelling. Post-nasal drip, I have this serious condition, or what do you call it, a chronic condition. You have snots in your nose, you gotta suck up, Phil. Real shit's like thyroid cancer. Look, I say you say that you have health issues that you won't go into. I don't know if that's true or not. You may very well, but the ones you do mention are non-issues.
also bothering me, which sucks. This all started on Thursday.
Could you imagine a Phil navigation voice? Turn left on Smith Road.
And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Smith Road coming up in 200 feet.
On Thursday, I was sleeping.
And then you missed the turn. Yeah, well, that was Tevin's fault. Dude, those fucking
Breasts.
are magnificent, man. Look at them.
And I have
Look
my
at
bedroom
them.
window open. Now here's what happened. The landscapers decided to come by.
And they saw your nipples and ran away.
I guess they changed their schedule because if you remember, they used to come by on Wednesday afternoons. You'd actually hear them outside.
I bet you that's why Phil would never get shirtless. He has some fucking violent pepperonis. Dude, I remember he wasn't like a big dude, but there was this guy, Rob, I used to work with, and he never wore an undershirt, and he just had the biggest nipples. We used to call them pepperoni nipples. That would be shit you get fired or sent to HR. God, we were so bad, dude. Fucking, hey, pepperoni nips. You'd see him flop, and it looked like two red frisbees going like that. Oh, we were so bad, bro. We were so bad. What's up, pepperoni nips? Then I took I wish I could find this picture. I actually had it years ago. This picture of, this is when I worked at Circuit City Express, and my manager, someone took a picture. This is when digital cameras were like the rage because they just came out. And they're like, oh, you get the Sony and my manager stood behind me, and it made it look like he was fucking me in the ass. And it had like the thermal color printer, so you could print it right there. Yeah, high class stuff.
Outside my window sometimes on stream. So I didn't know they were coming. They came early Thursday morning when my...
Could you imagine at a job doing that now? Fucking SWAT team would come through the door.
window was open, and they cut all the grass, and all the pollen from the grass blew up into my window, right into my respiratory system.
Right. See how he describes things to make him sound melodramatic? Do you see? Right into my respiratory system.
And I woke up, I was like, ugh. Because immediately, I have pollen allergies. And immediately, my nose congested, my throat swelled up. I was like, son of a bitch. What a pain in the ass. And since then, it's been like that. Like, my throat is still kind of messed up. Because this happened on Thursday. And, it may take a while now for my system to get better.
Use this for a possible vacation.
Which sucks, but, I'm doing my best here. I still got the fucking nasal drip and everything, so I gotta try to get it out of my system. Ugh. And it's gunky and it's nasty, and I
that's great.
hate it. Because I got another $2 troll tip. I hope this person realizes that they're not getting their money back.
Don't forget to remind them about your micro penis. You know what has to happen, Autumn District, for that to happen? And then I'll send him like 30.
Huh. If anything, I think Mort hopefully learned his lesson the other day.
Dr. Mort.
And hopefully this guy is, realizes that if he tries to charge back any of these tips, he will not be getting his money back. I'm just saying. I got over $250 from Mort. You're not going to be any different, bro. I already explained this. I warned you people.
Straight out of Connecticut. Because he made it. You know why? God, this guy's good. He knows the Phil lore. Because Phil, his excuse to rush out of there without selling the condo, so he had 2 mortgages, was, whatchamacallit, was that he lived in a bad area. Come on, Phil. You work literally in your living room, so like just go to the store, drive out a different. Come on, or sell it first before you move. Fucking gin.
Okay. I just took a decongestant. Hopefully it dries up my sinuses here. Okay, so I'm going to start in a couple minutes here, and it's going to be at least a 3-hour gameplay stream. I may go a little longer. It all depends on how things are going. If I'm playing and I'm having fun and I'm having good matches and everyone's enjoying the stream and, you know, it's a good session, then I may keep going.
Yeah, that's a good session to fill.
But, you know, if it's shitty and the connections are kind of lame and, you know, things aren't going so well, then maybe I won't. We'll see. We'll see how it's going out. We'll see how it's going down.
But dude, that's why I don't have a tip goal, because it's just how it goes. Sometimes I make the same amount of money I make in 4 hours in an hour, you know, and sometimes I could stream for 6 hours and I'll make as much as I usually make in 2 hours. It just depends. Like, don't just do it. Don't bring it up. I'm gonna have to shit. Yeah. I might as well. And I'm not going to shit my pants, but... Oh.
We'll see how it's going down, folks. Once we jump right into it. Goddess Cleo said one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life, and just spammed it again in the stream chat. So I am going to address it just to let you know how dumb your question is. Goddess Cleo, who's an obvious troll, says, "But Phil, if you don't read the troll messages and shoutouts, then couldn't they say that you didn't fulfill your contract and then they could dispute it on PayPal?" No! Because there's no contract, stupid. No, stupid. No one
King Phil.
signed a fucking contract. This doesn't exist.
Describe
It'd be
the
one thing if
turd.
you signed
It
up
was
for like
brown.
a website and you had terms and conditions, and in the terms and conditions of the website there was a contract available that says if you send money that someone has to read a message. No!